You were nothing but cannon fodder at the bottom of a floating city in the apocalypse, but you turned every high and mighty hunter into prey. All because you awakened the upgrade everything system. A discarded sniper rifle could be upgraded to auto-track targets. A regular pistol could be upgraded into a Gatling gun. Even a toy mech that no kid would play with could be upgraded into a full set of Iron Man-style armor. And with these ridiculous weapons, you slowly uncovered the hidden secrets of the floating city. 50 years ago, the great catastrophe struck. The surface became uninhabitable for long stretches. 99% of the world's population was wiped out. The last survivors, all crammed into the anti-gravity floating fortress, left behind by the old world. The upper class controls all the resources, eating and drinking well, while the lower class are treated like expendable parts, doing the dirtiest and hardest work, and you are one of the scavengers. The man in front of you is Li Feng, the captain of your scavenger team, a first-tier strength type awakener, and an upper-class citizen of the Ark floating fortress. Yesterday, Li Feng insisted on breaking into a high-risk zone to find some chip, and ran straight into a pack of spine beasts. 2 of his men died on the spot. They barely made it back to an abandoned military factory in Zone B02. Now you're hiding in an underground bunker, with a horde of spine beasts that could burst in at any moment. You're doing this whether you like it or not. Either take a bullet from me right now, or get out there and fight for your sorry life. Just then, a cold mechanical voice rang out. Ding, upgrade everything system activated. Disassemble, assemble, use. Mechanical creations. Upgradable items. Unlock super attributes. Newbie reward issued. SID semi-automatic pistol. Effective range 50 meters. Magazine capacity 10 rounds. Remaining bullets 10 rounds. Headshot damage increased by 100%. System, you finally showed up. You look up at Li Feng. An idea for me. Captain Li, you want me to go out and lure the beasts? Fine, but I have one more secret to share first. What secret could you possibly have? Someone finally caught on and shouted as he raised his gun to shoot you, but you didn't give them the chance. You turned and ran toward the ventilation shaft in the factory's core area. These guys cursed up a storm, but none of them were willing to leave the bunker to come after you. The bunker was easy to defend. Once the beasts dispersed, they might just survive. You crawled into the ventilation shaft in the core area. It was safe for now. Footsteps as light as a cat's. Special forces skills from your past life were your greatest asset for surviving in this wasteland. A few minutes later, near the end of the shaft, you heard a spine beast's low growl. Lucky me, a stray one. You took a deep breath and burst out of the shaft. Less than 10 meters ahead, the spine beast spotted you, snarling as it charged. An ordinary person with a pistol would be dead for sure against the spine beast, but you weren't an ordinary person. Bang, bang, bang. You fired 3 shots straight into the beast's eyes. A cloud of blood burst from its eyes, and it let out a horrible screech. Then you slid under its attack. Battered Type 26 anti-material rifle appeared. Bad news, the bolt and trigger were rusted into a single piece. It could only be used as a blunt weapon. Wait, the upgrade everything system. Disassemble, assemble, all unlock. Upgrading is easy. First, pop the magazine catch. A gentle tap, and the rusted magazine fell off. In less than a minute, the whole rifle was stripped into individual parts. Then reassemble. Type 26 anti-material rifle. Experience 5 out of 5. Upgradable, upgrade to Sky Sniper anti-material rifle. Level 2 base attributes. Effective range 1,800 meters. Magazine capacity 5 rounds. Remaining bullets 5 rounds. Unlock trait armor piercing damage increased by 100%. Recoil reduced by 50%. Dynamic shooting accuracy increased by 50%. This system is insane. Upgrading further. Who knows what broken traits might appear. Next step, find a vantage point and take down everything. Through the window, a decrepit watchtower came into view. That's the spot. The moment you stepped out of the main building, a gust of rancid wind hit your face. 2 spine beasts charged straight at you. You didn't panic at all, weaving in S patterns and B patterns. Without aiming, you raised the Sky Sniper, turned and fired. Bang, experience gain 1. Current experience 1 out of 10. The 300-kilogram beast was sent flying by the sheer force. Without missing a beat, you worked the bolt and fired again. Bang, experience gain 1. Current experience 2 out of 10. The second spine beast was torn in half, unable to get back up. In just a few seconds, both beasts were dead. To be safe, you sprinted up the watchtower and only then let out a small sigh of relief. You glanced down at the Sky Sniper in your hands, excitement flashing in your eyes. This was survival in the apocalypse, perfectly customized. You flipped onto your belly at the sniper position and started thinking about how to break the deadlock. Hundreds of spine beasts surrounded the area. To break out, there was one way. Take out the leader first. Through the 8x scope, over 1,000 meters away, at the front of the pack was the alpha spine beast with near human intelligence. It had trapped you all in the factory. Kill it, and the pack would fall into chaos. You steadied your breathing, your fingers slowly squeezing the trigger. Bang, experience gain 1. The hot bullet tore through the air and slammed into the alpha's head, shredding its thick armor. The alpha let out a piercing screech, its massive body crashing to the ground. The next moment, the entire pack went berserk. Without the alpha's control, most of the pack scattered. completely scattered. You carried the Sky Sniper down the watchtower and headed toward the bunker. 2 survivors peeked out and slipped out of the bunker. After making sure it was safe, you had already circled around the side of the boulder, pulled out the Doomsday Hawk and walked up behind. The guy was still looking around trying to find you. Without a moment, cores. Ding OS dirt bike consumes 5 cores per 100 kilometers. Current remaining 5 cores. You couldn't contain your excitement. This works too. You hit the gas and sped toward the Ark's docking point. Dirt bike. Experience gain 1. Experience gain 1. Experience gain 1. After racing east for an hour, the sky grew dark. You finally reached the docking point. You looked up at the sky covering floating fortress the Ark, hovering 1,000 meters above.